Hi everyone, uh, welcome to another video. Today I want to kind of show you, and this is going to be more of a long video in the sense I'm going to do actual live coding, and we want to build something. I wanted to build something which shows Emitter and shows how it works, and at the same time something fun. So I remembered I came across this OpenNotify API which lets you track the position, track the last location of the International Space Station. And so International Space Station orbits around Earth at 28,000 kilometers per hour, which is pretty fast. And we have this nice JSON, just the HTTP API to get the last location, right? So it's really easy. You do HTTP get and you get ISS position, latitude, and longitude, right? So the idea I had is we are going to write a small Go program, and we're going to write a web visualization of that, right? So what I wanted to see is actually to see where on Earth ISS is right now, and we're going to do it using Emitter. We're going to use Emitter Cloud Broker to do that, but of course it will work as well for on-prem version, right? So let's start. So I've created a very basic HTML, right? So nothing much here. I've imported Emitter script already. So we have Emitter in JavaScript, right? But no code is written. Let's start with creating guessing location, right? So let's create my my Go server, and I am using modules. So we need to initialize that. Package main, right? All right. So now we have a Go application. Now what we need to do is we need to do some preparation. Let's have a func date application, and which will update location. So we need a function to connect to Meteor, right? We will also need a function to get the location, which probably will just return something like response in JSON. We'll just forward the response and the error, right? So I'll start with this one. This should be pretty simple. HTTP get on this URL right here. Right, this returns a response and error. Right, and if we got the response, we're gonna read all and return that. Return. Right. So we have get location, we get response, body. Right. So if I do that, if I call this right now, it should work. Oops. All right. Now I'm gonna print it out. Print location. It's bytes, so it's gonna be a string application. All right. So how does this work? It doesn't. Why so? Error not nil. Oh, right. Error is nil. Okay. Now we got this JSON. So it has timestamp, ISS position, longitude, and latitude. Okay, so far so good. Now let's connect to Meteor as well. Right. So if you go to emitter.io.go, you'll get this tutorial. But essentially what we want a package in here. We want to create some options. We have the handler. In our case, we only need to create, connect, and publish, right? So not much to do. Right. Let's import it first. So Emitter. So let's connect to Emitter. We'll return. Emitter is in our package as an interface. So Emitter new client, and let's use Emitter new client options, which is the default options. Right. Now we also need to connect, and we have a token. We can wait as well, and then return client. Right, so we're basically connecting. Connecting itself is asynchronous, so we're just waiting here, and when returning, right, the Meteor connected. This is not production ready code, of course. It's just for sake of example. So update location will actually also take this Emitter client. Let's call it E, right? And call location. So what we're going to do is now this code will run inside our update location, and we are going to connect to Meteor client update location client, right? Connecting update location. Now this is nice, but it will only do it once. So what we also need is we also kind of need to update it every so often. So let's create a ticker. The ticker. Let's do it every 200 milliseconds. Right, every 200 milliseconds. We're stopping, then see. All right, so every 200 milliseconds we have this loop, and we're gonna print. Right. So right now we're not actually publishing; we're still printing out. Let's try this. This hopefully should work. Right, so every 200 milliseconds we get location and we just print in the console. Right. However, we're already connected to Meteor, so we can't publish it. To do so, we actually need to go and create a channel key, and I go to Emitter console because I'm going to use. So by default, it uses the call broker. So let's create a channel ISS. Time to leave 0, and it only can publish, right? Doesn't do anything else, just publish. So we have Emitter, we don't publish now. Our key, a channel is ISS, and our actual payload is location, right? This is a whole JSON. All right, now if we run, we'll not print anything. If we run, we'll not print anything. We'll just continuously publish the Meteor channel. So we're pretty much done with the server. So we can again go have a look through it. So our main, we're connecting. We call inside the application loop, which never returns. So this takes a meter every 200 milliseconds. We'll get a location, which issues HTTP request to get location, reads the response, and if there's no error, we're also publishing it to Meteor channel. Right? That's pretty much it. So barely 42 lines of code in this case. Now let's now go back to our web UI, and let's use this nice WebGL package and look into how we can use it. All right, so we need to import this and that's pretty much grab everything in here. All right. So now we have the emitter, we have web earth, initialize function, request animation frame. On load we need to initialize, and then it also wants this div right. All right. Now, if you look at this, we create in web earth, mapping the earth div. We set in default view, using OpenStreetMap tile layers to actually display the texture, and then we have a animation. So request animation frame, that's actually the magic. So right now it just rotates. So we can remove all that, and earth set center looks like it actually sets the position. So we need latitude and longitude, right? So right, so that should set every time lat and long to 0. Right. So if I load my page, that's apparently where 0. I have no idea where's lat long 0. Right. Okay. Now let's use Emitter and actually subscribe to the channel we created. Right. So again, we have this JavaScript library with Emitter, and then just a wrapper around MQTT library. It's nothing fancy there, but essentially what we need to connect and we need to subscribe, right? And we need to import in the browser. We need to import this. It also works for Node, by the way. Right. So we have the earth created. Let's connect. Let's create an Emitter client. Right, we connect to Emitter, and then we subscribe. Right. Now what we need is we need the key, right, something, and then need a channel. That's our ISS channel. Okay. So now we need to generate a key. We go back here. We create a subscription key now, which can only subscribe and cannot publish, right? So it's a read-only key. Now, because it's all asynchronous, we also right, need a message handler. So in this case, we have this client on message, which calls a function. Right, let's copy that. Right, so in our case, right now we just print it out, and let's actually try if it works. Right. So now it should display, and in the console it should show me some location. Takes a while. All right, so now we have the console location, which is a string, so it's kind of inconvenient, right? But I'll show you how to fix that. So right now this is a string. We can also cast this as object, right? As object is just a default, uses default JSON deserializer in JavaScript, and then we have a nice object here. Where'd my globe go? Okay, this takes a while. Alright, now this has ISS position, latitude and longitude. Okay, now let's have lat long. Oops. Right, we have a message. Lat equals message. ISS position, latitude, and long message that ISS position, longitude. Right. Now we should have latitude and longitude. Now, if I remove this, we have our variables, which every time we receive a message, we set latitude and longitude, and the Earth should rotate, hopefully. Let's see. So right now we're centered in Africa. Where is the ISS right now? Where is the ISS? Takes a while to load. It loads all the tiles. It's coming up. Unless I did something wrong. And our globe has disappeared. Alright, so we might have done something wrong. We reset it to 0. Do we still get lat long? Alright, lat long 0, and we get undefined. Oh, that's why it doesn't work. What did I do wrong? So we have a lat, or we don't have longitude. Did I misspell longitude? Oh yeah, I misspelled longitude. Great. Now, let's see. So initially it's 0, but now we are getting location. And if you can see, if you kind of see very well, it's actually rotating. So the center is here, so that's where International Space Station is right now. Wish we couldn't have an icon, but that gives you an idea. So, and you can actually see the Earth rotating. That's how fast International Space Station goes. Right, and hope this video was helpful. Right, and please click subscribe. Please give me likes and give me feedback on what to do next, so I can give more videos of this kind of long form sort for Emitter or for anything else. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.